My name's Jeezy, and I'm an addict. Most of the people who know me in my day-to-day life already know this. Some of you who know me online already know this, and now everybody knows this. I'm also very tired. I'm also incredibly tired. I've been in recovery for a minute. I've been sober for a minute. But I'm tired. I'm tired of being like this. Honestly, I'm tired of being like this. I didn't choose to be an addict. I became an addict because I was trying to deal with something that was done to me. And that's really messed up when you think about it. That's really messed up. It's really messed up. And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I go to 3, 4, 5 meetings a week. I make, I don't know how many hours of outreach calls a week. I know I'm not the only one. Nobody chooses to be an addict. But very often, there are things that are chosen for us, that are done to us, at times when we are vulnerable, at times when we are young, at times when we have an expectation of safety, at times when we don't know how to deal with all the trauma that comes from that. And we end up going down this path. And I'm grateful to have found a way out of it. I am grateful to finally have some semblance of a life worth living. But I'm tired. I'm tired of hurting people because I have these parallel streams of emotions that run through all of my interactions with everybody. There's a stream of emotions that exists in the present with what is happening now. And there's also this stream of emotions that I'm feeling as a 5-year-old. Like I've been transported back in time. And all of the skills and the strategies that I've learned have been stripped away from me. And that 5-year-old, that traumatized 5-year-old, is trying to make sense of yet another adult situation that he doesn't understand. And the only tools that kid has is that kid is not strong enough. That kid doesn't want other kids to get hurt. But that kid is not strong enough. And so, the only tools that kid has involve lying. lying to keep himself safe, and lying to keep other kids safe, and lying to keep people who he has an expectation of safety from safe. And that's really messed up. That's really, really messed up. The only way that I still know how to protect people is by lying. Not big lies. In my head, I say they're not big lies. They're lies that are meant to protect people. They're lies that are meant to keep people safe. They're lies that are meant to protect people's feelings and emotions. And everybody else is a kid, and I'm the kid who has to lie to keep everybody else safe. I'm the kid that has to lie to keep all of the attention on myself. And so I go through these situations and these interpersonal relationships as an adult, but there are always these two parallel emotional streams. There's an adult who is a recovering addict, who is sober, who has been through years and years of therapy, who has pulled at all of the threads to try and understand what happened and how he tried to cope with what happened. But I lose all of that. I have this fear gauge. I guess it's a fear and a safety gauge. And once it crosses a certain threshold, that stream of emotions of that child, it just drowns out everything else. It just drowns out everything else. And sometimes nobody gets hurt, but sometimes people get hurt. People that I care about, people who care about me. The people who care about me are the only ones who are still around. And people get tired of hearing apologies. And people get tired of being offered amends. And some people, they have good enough boundaries that they won't even accept an offer of amends. And that's actually great for them. That is actually great for them. But it's hard for me. And every time something like this happens, I have to go back. I have to go back and I have to understand, why did this happen? Why did this happen again? Why did I do this again? Why did I hurt people I care about again? And every time I have a little more material to work with, and I get to dive a little bit deeper. My oxygen tank has a little bit more capacity. And then I come up I come up with more answers, but then I have to apply those answers to every day of my life up until now. And I see the same things in different lights. And that is often very painful, because there are a lot of people who are gone from my life now, who I have such a strong desire to make new amends to, and to apologize to, and make restitution to. But all I can do is write it down in a letter that most of them will probably never receive, or maybe in some cases that I'll be too much of a coward to give. And I'm tired. God damn it, I'm so tired. And it's not fair that I'm like this, that so many of us are like this. Because of something that somebody else did to us when we expected them to protect us. And it's not fair that 30 years from now, there's going to be a whole new generation of kids who are being hurt right now that are going to grow up and go through the same thing. So we have a little bit of a community here. The GZ Code / Komorebi community. And I feel like I'm probably the oldest person in this community. I definitely feel very old sometimes. I know there's a lot of younger folks in this community. There's a lot of teenagers in this community. And I do my best to make this community a safe space for younger people who are interested in and excited by something. Because I was interested in and excited by something, and that wasn't a safe space for me. So I want to make sure that this is a safe space for people who are getting interested in computing, in Rust, in desktop customization, in aesthetics, in fashion, in all of these things. And I know that some of you might be in the position that I was in, or you may have been in that position before in your life, or you may be dealing with the consequences of things that happened that were out of your control on your life now. I want all of you to know I want all of you to know whatever happened was not on you. And maybe you already know that. Maybe you already say that to yourselves. Or maybe somebody in therapy says that to you. Maybe somebody that you love says that to you. But I know it's not always the same. Because sometimes it hits different when somebody who's had the same experience says that to you. So that was not on you. And you can reach out to me. You can talk to me. And if you're in a situation now where you need help, I will do my best to help you. And I guess we should all be doing our best to help each other. But that's not always the case. So I will do my best to help you. I hope that whatever you will do today I hope that whatever you will do today, you have a great, great day. Free Palestine. And I'll see you all back here next time.